G'day everybody, welcome back. Hope everybody's doing well. I am pretty excited to do something here. What I have here are just some molds. I've already poured some resin into them and I can already see here that I don't have enough, but that's alright. So all three of these are nicely covered and I've got some bubbles in there, but actually bubbles are going to be great for this project. Maybe you can see there some discoloration. That's a damaged mold. I just put a clear sticky tape on there to cover that up, and hopefully the tape won't stick to my resin and I won't have to dig it out, and even if it doesn't matter because it's clear. So let's start. Reason why I am doing it this way is because I have some lovely shells that I want to put in there for someone pretty special who had asked me to create some coasters using her favorite colors, which are maybe I'll go with the large ones first. I had to measure and make sure they'll fit, and I think this one will fit. If it doesn't, I'll just pull it out real quickly, because we want it to fit right in there, you know. Push it in, but I'll let this resin sit. Okay, I'll have to go right up top because that's almost on the line, and cover it up and maybe even dome it a bit, but I think that'll look really pretty. Because I have to put them upside down kind of thing so that she can see them, because these are going to be flipped over. Right, so that one fitted. That was pretty cool. This one should fit. Maybe go in here. That's very interesting. Anyway, as I was saying, she wants me to use... Oh, this one's sticking up a little bit. That's no good. See if I can crack it. I'll just see if I can crack this one. She wanted me to use her favorite ocean colors, and she has no idea that she's going to be getting not only ocean colors but a whole ocean scene. So I'll put this aside for now and then try and crack it with some pliers. Maybe this one looks quite pretty. See if I can fit that in there. Oh, nope. Nope. I'll try. Is it fitting? Oh, look at that. That is not bad. Not bad. I had to go and grab a board to place these on because I need them to be completely flat for me. Alright, so I'm going to probably mute this now and do a voiceover later. Yeah, I just want to play with arranging these lovely shells. That looks pretty both sides. Let's see. Maybe pop it in there like that. Okay, so I'm happy with my arrangement. Didn't take long. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put in each one of these cups the tiniest amount of, well, just enough to cover somewhat. Because this is obviously going to be done in layers, because when I flip it over I want to be able to see that clear, and then a little bit of turquoise blue, and then a little bit darker possibly. So what I want to do is, instead of mixing my turquoise, this is just a liquid pigment, instead of mixing it in directly into my my resin in this big cup, I am mixing it in this cup first, because I do not want a heavy color. I want something that is nice and transparent, so it doesn't, it looks transparent, but you know, once it goes in there, you've got to be able to see through it. And now I'm going to be mixing this in with this one. So I'm just adding bit by bit of that pre-mixed resin, pigment rather, and you know, just being mindful of the color and the depth of the transparent color that I was looking for. Yeah, so that's why I was sort of going bit by bit, and then you know, once I was happy with that, I started pouring. Just we'll let it spread out nicely, and that's it. Okay, so what I have in my hands here is just a little cone that I made with just paper, and I've got some ocean sand, like I just grabbed some from the beach, and you know, just made a little cut at the end of it to make it a bit easier for me to pour it. It's just easier to do it this way. You're more precise than using a spoon or a stirring stick, God forbid. You know, it would go all over the place. So this is just giving me a really nice uniformed kind of way to spread this out. And I was trying to not get any in the center, but then I decided, yeah, why not just you know, just get it in there as well. This is working out really well. So I'm thinking now, since I've got the sand on this side, maybe I can make another scene on the other side of my coaster. So I've got a few more really nice shells that I've collected today at the beach while this was setting nicely, and this kind of fits in there perfectly. It'll push that sand and the whole thing out a little bit, the bottom, but that's all right, because sometimes you get those bumpy bits in the sand. And that's just what I'm doing. See, that one's already kind of poking out there. Yeah, so maybe I'll pop this in here like that. I'm just looking sideways and making sure that it's not. Yep, that's perfect, just like that. And I don't have a lot of these little ones. I wish I would have, you know. Oh my goodness, look at this tiny little one. I thought it was a rock. Hang on. It is a bloody rock. Is it a rock? My eyes are so bad. No, it's a shell. Look. Ha! Little baby one. Oh my god. So, alright, this one. How to put it on this way or the other way? Maybe that way. I think it looks nice that way. So maybe pop you in here. Like that. Sitting in the shell. In the sand. Blah, can't talk. And this little one, I think I might just pop you right in there, because I think it looks cute. It's dry, but you know, resin will go in there and seal it all in. So yeah, I'm just going to do that now. I'm just going around and see what else I can scavenge in this little box of mine, and pop it in there. Okay, change of plans. I just mixed a little bit of resin. I just want to go around and seal these in. I think that's going to look really cool if I seal them in. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, so I just added a smidgen. There's a drop of the pigment in there, liquid pigment. Okay, try that again. Okay, so I've got a drop of liquid pigment in there, same color, and I literally just straight in the cup, no resin, just went like this just to pick up some of it, and mix it in. It's very light, as you can see, but the more you build up this the color one on top of the other, it gets darker and darker. So I don't want it to be too dark, but I didn't want it to be clear. So all I want to do is just go around and just seal this a little bit, just so it stays in there, and that sand, and it just gives me enough room to do my And I think they do, you know, sorry, I'm a real scatterbrain today. It gives me enough room to just top it up with a nice little bit of white. It was supposed to be darker, but yeah, we'll see what happens. You never know with me. So maybe I'll just add a teeny weeny bit extra in there of that colour. Oh, that's a bit much. You can't see my little thing. Okay, that was a bit wrong. That's alright, all fixed now. This wasn't dark enough for in there. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to go around like this. And I could even go in the middle. But the reason why I'm going up the sides, or the petals rather, of this flower, is because it is raised now. So I don't want to fill the whole thing if I don't have to. Okay, so we are back the next day. They all look really nice, and I can't unmold it again. I know I was excited to do it, but I can't do it because it's not time yet. So now I've mixed a little bit of my turquoise blue with a little bit of deep aqua teal. So you can see the colour in there. I know it looks pretty dark, but it's not, trust me. And I'm just going to pour a little bit in here just to cover. I only need a tiny little area to add my white, and I literally have a few drops of clear resin in here reserved for my white, because I'm only going to put a couple of stripes in there. That's all. I'm not putting a lot in there at all. And this is just a paper cup that I've just cut. I've cut the rim off completely and then shaped it like this, just easier to pour. And then I can reuse this cup even though it's paper, because once it gets covered with resin, it seals it up and creates a really nice smooth surface to use again. Right, so here we go. That's going to spread around nicely. I do have more resin. Okay, so now that they are almost full, they're actually right up top, but I've got enough room to put some more. I'm just checking sideways to make sure they're almost up there. So now I've got some aqua teal mixed in here, a little bit darker. I'm going to see if that's actually, yep, that's working. That's all I'm going to do, and that will spread because this is resin. But I'm just creating some like little waves here. Fingers crossed this will work. And I've got my white mixed up as well. Maybe a bit more. So I'm using this thin stick so that I've got better control. And pretty random. But I sort of know what I want to do with it, but I don't know how it's going to work out. So we'll see. Not too much. I tend to go overboard with things. Oops, a little drop there. Just smooth that out a bit. And I might be able to put like little bits and pieces here and there, but see what happens. This is a bit of a, you know, process, but you know, you got to be patient, and I'm going to create something. This is resin, you know, you can't really paint it on. Right, so I've got my white here. Oh, I was supposed to do, okay, I know what I'll do. I do want a little bit of sparkle in there, so I've just got some stardust. I'm just going to dip my wet stick in there. Oh, that's probably a bit too much. Don't worry, it's not going to do anything. And I'm just going to sort of go like this. So yeah, it gives it that nice sparkle. That's all it needs, not too much. And you go straight to the bottom. So it just gives my wave a really nice spark. Gosh, this one just wants to sit on top. There we go. But I sort of want it to go in because I don't want it to fly around everywhere. There we go. And what I might do is just I'll heat it up a little bit first. just to, I don't really need to bust the bubbles because like I said, I want the bubbles. But okay, here we go. Oh my gosh, here we go. Not too much, just going to drag it there on top like that. So what I'm going to do, wipe each time, because the white is a very heavy pigment, very dense, and it will sink to the bottom. So if I can possibly keep it up top like this and let it do its thing, that'll be great. Okay, so we're back. It's been a couple of hours. All of my waves have dropped down, so that will look great. And the resin is still pretty flowy, so I'm going to try. I've got a little bit more of the white left here. It's pretty stained with that black that I did something else. But anyway, I'm just going to give it a go and see if this will stay up now. So I've got some movement of the waves up top as well, and not too much has dropped down. So I'm just going to go over the existing one with a very, very light kind of a stream. That way I've got a little bit something happening up top as well on this side. But it's still pretty runny. So I'm just going to leave it and watch it now. I won't do the rest of them until I'm sure that that's good. Wow, guys. I was going to just take photos of these, but I think you just can't just take a photo. This is the bottom side, so in there goes the cup. I just want to go through all of these and show you. Look at that, and they're all submerged beautifully. A little crab claw there. I am so pleased with this. And see the bubble? Yay, I got a bubble. I mean, it's flat, it's bubbles underneath the resin, which is pretty cool. And there's another one. So cool. Now if you want to, and you can sort of see, you can see that sand in there. Some of them look prettier than others. Look at that. I am so pleased with this, but you've got to have a deep-ish kind of mold for that. And I'll flip them over now so that you can, I'm outside. It's quite overcast, but the lighting inside my studio was interfering. So you can sort of still see the other side and that sand and that shimmer. And so she can use, look at that, there's my little guy in there. So cute. I am so pleased with these. I'm going to be doing more, that's for sure. So this side I will not put anything underneath there. She can use both sides. The only thing, sorry about the noise, the only thing that I will do to these is, these are kind of sharp and just the way the mold is. So what I'm going to do with that is just going to go around and just sand the tips a little bit. It's not going to make a huge difference. So there you have it. I will try to take some photos for the, you know, just for show, but oh my gosh, look at that. How do you photograph all of this? You have to take 100 photos to show everything. So cool. Thanks for watching. I hope you get inspired to do something like this. Oh, there it is. Look at that bubble. Love it. Alrighty, thanks for watching, guys. Bye for now.